I
But there are just too many inconsistencies with it.
Well, the only thing they would do is like change a couple things here and there.
Not a couple things. The games would have been completely different.
Well, then
Especially
maybe.
early on.
Well, I suppose that's the problem with doing prequels then, especially for a series as old.
Even a series that's like 5 years old, doing a prequel that changes everything about how it started ruins it. So, yeah, that's what I don't like about Skyward Sword.
Is Well, you just don't like that it makes up a new history. Is that it, or is it like the gameplay, the characters,
It
the
just doesn't
story?
make sense. It does not fit in.
Well, you could
Don't tell
argue.
me this is the first of something and then change everything about it and have nothing to do with the rest of it.
It sort of has something to do with the rest of it.
Not really. It has its own storyline, which is different entirely from every other game.
Well, it sets up the basis for the war.
It sets up the basis for a whole new storyline. So it sets up nothing relevant in the past games.
I mean, maybe they decided that they added this to the history, and because they already made those games, there wasn't much they could do with minor inconsistencies here and there.
Minor?
And
They weren't even sure how to fit it together in the first place. It took them how long and how many fans to yell at them to try to get some
to
consistency?
yell at them. You stupid
I
Wizarro.
beg to differ. There are plenty of inconsistencies.
What's the largest inconsistency that bothers
From
you the
which
most?
game?
From any game. What is your least favorite inconsistency because of Skyward Sword existing?
Skyward Sword itself.
Well, I mean, what is it inconsistent with in another game? Like,
Everyone that came after it.
are you just upset with like the Master Sword being the main sword instead of the Magic Sword?
No,
Could they be the same sword?
they're not the same sword.
I mean, where did the White Sword go?
That's a very good question.
I mean, maybe the White Sword was the sword that Link got from his uncle in A Link to the Past.
It was not.
Or something about that. Most of the time us playing Hyrule Warriors is like deliberating on the past choices and details of Zelda games. Like we were talking about Ganon's lifespan and how they can't have a normal lifespan. It's like
Yeah.
compared to a normal human. And he's expressed himself that he has a pretty long lifespan, but that was in this game when you released him. He was like, I've waited so long or something. It's been like 100 years or some such. But I guess he was trapped in
There's
a...
also Twilight Princess where he was sealed away forever.
Yeah. So now we go to the cool Temple of Souls.
Okay, are we changing again?
Um... Um... We don't have to. Wherever you feel like playing. Hey, there's Sheik.
Okay.
I just was commenting earlier that it would make sense if you could play Sheik or Zelda. She's
Yeah.
like, hold up, guys. I gotta change my outfit. I was gonna play him.
Then give me that so I can play someone else.
Why can't you play Impa again?
Because I don't want to play Impa.
So you'd rather play Link? Fine, here, take it. Take it. I just wanted people to be able to see the coolness of the Master Sword, that's all.
Okay, then go back and I'll play somebody else.
No. Take the Master Sword.
It really does not fight that much. It doesn't fight different at all.
Where did he get the Hylian shield from? That wasn't in the Sacred Grove. We're still missing that one mysterious character.
Yeah?
Yeah, the one that we just haven't seen yet.
At long last, Link took up the Master Sword and proved himself the hero of legend. Armed as he was with the Blade of Evil's Bane, Link easily dispatched the newly revived Wizrow.
Wizrow?
With the evil magician's parting words in their ears, Link and his allies set out to confront Sia at the Temple of Souls. With a string of victories behind them, the Hyrulean army's morale had improved remarkably. Even Link began to feel that he was invincible while the Master Sword was in his hands. Soon he was allowing overconfidence to cloud his judgment, rushing headlong into hordes of enemies. Sia had been waiting for Link to overextend himself, giving her a chance to strike. And as the two sides battled, unknown eyes watched from the shadows.
Wonder who could that be?
Someone named Unknown, apparently.
We commented on how much we liked her house.
It is awesome.
I commented on how creepy it is because of all the really weird pictures of Links and statues.
Which they'll see momentarily, unless you just want to ruin that now.
No, I'm not going to ruin anything.
Also Link statues.
Okay, well, you know what?
All
You
the
can
Link pictures.
go around and take note of all the things, because if I go and look at them, they're not going to see them. Like, there's this one from him in Skyward Sword, there's a one from him in Twilight Princess as a wolf. I saw one in her garden as Jailbait Link.
Jailbait Link.
So what did we discuss now?
We were pretty much just talking about her house last time.
I was commenting pretty frequently about how
Yeah.
too much Link there was. And really, there's no other person in all of history that she's interested in. I mean, I get he's the hero in time and all, that's cool, but...
Well, she has bad taste, what can I say?
What's wrong with Link?
You're the one complaining about it.
Well, I'm just saying she's a little, obsessed. It's like going to somebody's house and then finding a mural of you in their closet.
Well, there are worse people to be stalkers.
Yeah, I guess so. Except not. She took, the Triforce of Courage from him.
What good was he doing with it anyway?
I don't know. Fueling his arrogance. Seemed like he was using it for something.
Something. The best use.
Well, it's his. It's not really hers to take and stuff.
It's not even his.
I mean, what kind of process can you do to take a Triforce out of somebody? How does that work? I mean, is it a thing that lives inside them? Are they born with it? I know they're reincarnated, but...
Yeah, at least Ganon's situation makes sense.
How so?
Well, it's literally always the same Ganon. It should be anyway, considering he can't die.
Oh yeah, because only the Sword of Evil's Bane can kill him.
It can't even kill him, it just, puts him into a slumber.
Well, doesn't it, seal him away or something?
Nope. I mean, he's sealed away in several different games as a result of losing, but the sword itself does not do that.
Here, there's that guy we don't know yet.
I mean, Ganon?
Is it Ganon?
Of course it's Ganon.
Well, isn't there another person that still exists that we don't know?
Should be.
I wonder who it is. So, what would your feelings, being a fan from the very first Zelda, if they went back and they started remaking all of them one by one and interjecting story into it that wasn't there before?
I don't know how happy I'd be with that, depending on how it turned out.
Well, considering
it might be more interesting.
Well, you detest Skyward Sword, you won't play it.
Yeah.
You won't even play a sequel to a game you love. being
That's
a link
because it
between
takes out
worlds.
everything fun about the game.
The aspect because you don't collect the weapons in the dungeons really isn't all
I
that.
feel like I have no purpose to go into the dungeon.
What about to save the people? What about the storyline? Is that not enough to drive you?
I don't care about saving people.
Yeah, I don't care about people. She's got green roses too.
Yeah?
She's got green and blue and red roses everywhere.
The blue are pretty.
They're all pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Impa. The sorceress's room's open. I'm going in!
Really need to get his upgrades.
Look at this arrogant guy, wielding one hand, no shield, he don't even care. Only fools and men? Are they one and the same?
Thanks.
Oh, hi there. See, he's not so arrogant he can't use a shield.
Yeah, well, Link's supposed to be learning that lesson right now.
Sia's in here. She's not doing anything, though. She's kind of looking at me. I don't see the Dark Link. Oh, there he is. Hi, Dark Link. And the C's gone.
And she's gone.
And she's gone. Get out of here. Dark Link. We reached a checkpoint.
I love this map.
It just doesn't seem in the company's best interest to remake all of them when...
Really, because that's what they've been doing with Pokemon, and it's worked out quite well.
Well, that's the same gameplay. I mean, I guess in that sense. But... they were updating the gameplay with the new features they had. And
Are you expecting that they wouldn't update
new
Zelda?
graphics. Well,
The
the-
gameplay would be...
gameplay would be basically the
much
same. I
You
mean,
think the gameplay from the original Zelda would be exactly the same if they made a 2016, 17, or so on remake of the game?
what would be cool is if they just made one giant Zelda game, which was basically all of the games. It's a Ponzer!
Doesn't that apply to all the games in general?
Where did he find a horse that big?
Who knows?
Where did he find a horse that would let him ride? Why does Ganon only have
He
3
had a-
fingers on each hand?
He had a horse, and he doesn't.
It looked like he did.
That was because of the armor. He had a horse in Twilight Princess, didn't he? Didn't you have to fight him on horseback?
I think so.
Yeah, didn't you, like, have to joust with him?
Something like that. But where'd he find it here? Like, we're in Sia's place. I don't think she's just got these
Didn't
giant
just,
horses.
like, go out and pick one up. He got here from some method. You don't think it was from riding the horse all the way here?
Well, how did he get to Sia's house? She's like the guardian of time and space.
Well, how did they get to the Sacred Grove? They walked there or ran there.
Well, Sia's place is kind of like, I thought she was
It's
like
on the map.
I thought she was on the border of time and space.
I don't think so.